everyone, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to bring you my June TBR, a week into June, but that's okay. The Kraken is here. Can you say hi to your fans? Starting this month, Christy from Christy Lewis, Michael from Michael Nip, Victoria from Victoria Reads Too Much, and Ryan from Seeking Stories are hosting the Stormalong 2020. And I was already planning on reading The Way of Kings anyway this month. I've already started it, but I put it on hold for a little bit to finish up my May TBR. I'm so excited. So we're reading this month. I was already needing to read this for Murphy Napier's book club or buddy read. So this is just perfect timing. And all the hosts are really awesome. And they have a Facebook group where every, I think, 2 weeks or something like that, they're going to have live shows where we all discuss the book, and they have a schedule already laid out, and I'm so excited. Next, I want to read The Shadow Rising by Robert Jordan. This is the 4th book in the Wheel of Time series, and I won't go into this one because it's the 4th book. It's a spoiler. I do have book reviews up for the 1st book, The Eye of the World, and the 2nd book, The Great Hunt. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, I'll link those videos. But I'm really excited for this. I really liked book 3. It did have its problems, but book 3 was my favorite so far of the series. And I've heard so many people say that this is the book where it really takes off. So I'm excited. But I think it's got... yeah, it's like 900 pages, so I already have 2 huge books to read this month. But I don't have to finish this one this month, but I'd like to. Next, I want to read Sister Outsider, Essays and Speeches by Audre Lorde. And Audre Lorde was a famous Black lesbian poet and activist. I've read essays from her before in my literature classes, and I really enjoyed them. So I think this will be really good. I've already started it. I'm about 20 pages in, and so far it's really good. I have noticed that as I'm reading it, I'm wanting to highlight and make notes already. So I think I'm just going to be reading this physically, even though there is an audiobook. The next 2 books I'm reading are for the BlackOut buddy read that Shay from Books with Shay is hosting from June 15th to June 19th, and I will link those details down below. You should definitely go watch her video where she explains how the buddy read is going to work and why she's doing the buddy read. Shay is such an awesome creator, so I'm really excited to participate in this, and I think it will be definitely educational for me. So the first book is White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo, and the 2nd book is White Rage, The Unspoken Truth of Our Racial Divide by Dr. Carol Anderson. Next, I want to read Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. And Evan Winter is a Black author. He was born in England to South American parents, and he grew up in Africa. And I've seen interviews with him, and he's very intelligent and creative and eloquent. And listening to him talk about writing this book, which he wrote, I believe, for his son, was just so wonderful. I really enjoy listening to him talk about his work. But this is a story about revenge and vengeance, and I've heard nothing but praise for this book. I don't think I've heard an average or negative review at all, and I've been wanting to read this since I heard about it. Next, I want to read Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky by Kwame Mbalia. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. But this is the first book in the Tristan Strong series, and it's from the Rick Riordan Presents imprint, and this is based on African mythology. I love the cover. It looks super interesting, and I've loved pretty much every single book that comes from Rick Riordan's imprint. I love mythology retellings, so I think this will be really, really good. Next is a reread for me, and that is A Blood Dazzler by Patricia Smith. Patricia Smith is a phenomenal Black poet, and this is one of the first contemporary poetry books that I read in college and just absolutely fell in love with it. This is set at the time of Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, and it's told from the point of view of Hurricane Katrina. And it's harrowing and heartbreaking, but it's so beautiful and so well done. I will say, trigger warning for not animal cruelty, but there's a dog that gets left behind. So if you're sensitive to those kinds of things, just don't read the poems that have Luther in the title. That's the name of the dog. But this is so good, and I'm so excited. She's one of my absolute favorite contemporary poets. So I'm really excited to read this. Next, I want to read They Called Us Enemy by George Takei. This is for the Sisterhood of the Traveling Books book club, and this is a graphic novel, and it's autobiographical of George Takei's time in internment camps during World War II. So it's been my goal to read a classic every month, and to be honest, I'm not sure what classic I want to read. I'm trying to balance some important nonfiction books with some more lighthearted books. I did start rereading my Nancy Drew books a couple months ago, so I may read some of those. They were originally published in the 30s and 40s, so I'm counting that as a classic. So I may read some of those. I also want to read The Plot is Murder by V.M. Burns. This is a mystery bookshop mystery series. And V.M. Burns is one of the only Black cozy mystery authors I could find. I'm excited to read this. The main character, I think she's a former teacher, and it's always been her dream to open up a mystery bookshop, which she does, and of course gets involved in a murder investigation. I love any cozy mysteries set in bookshops or that have to do with books, so I think I'm gonna like this. But have you read any of these books? If so, please let me know. As always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.